What's going on, everybody? It's the Jack here once again with another Waveature 101 video for you guys. Yeah, that's right, Professor Waveature is back at it again with another Waveature 101 video for you guys on this wonderful Wavy Wednesday. Couple things before we hop into the actual content of the video of me teaching you guys and giving you guys, different tips on how to keep your hair laid down and different methods that you can do. I just want to let you guys know that the vlog of my birthday trip will be posted sometime this week. Sometime this week I actually will have like the time to sit down and actually edit it and make sure that it looks really nice and the production was nice and well, and to make sure I would drop a quality vlog for you guys. I've been doing some research on different vlogging techniques in terms of the transitions and edits and stuff like that. You feel me? So I just wanted to be able to actually give you guys something of quality. Also, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel, hitting that notifications bell, leave comments on the videos, like the videos and all that good stuff. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. There was something else. Man, I can't remember at the moment. Oh yeah, stay tuned to the end of this video, because at the end of this video, I'll be conducting a soft brush session for you guys again. I feel like that my last video that I did, that I gave you guys like the soft brush session, I feel like that had like a pretty good response, as far as like the views and things like that. So I'm gonna either start dropping a brush session a week again, or start plugging in brush sessions at the ends of my weekly videos, just to be able to make sure you guys have that content, because when it comes down to it, the only way to get waves is to brush your hair. So I just want to provide more content of me actually brushing mine. Not every video that I will release will be brush related, even though that's the basic principle of getting waves, is putting that brush work and putting in that brush work, or putting that brush to work. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's dive into me giving you tips on how to keep those waves laid. Let's get it. So the first tip that I have for you guys as far as keeping your waves laid deals with what I was just telling you guys about the session at the end of this video. Using a soft brush is the major tool of keeping your waves laid, because a soft brush that's its sole purpose is to lay down your hair. It's to lay down the frizz. It's to get your hair to really get nice and slick. You feel me? That's the reason why we end a lot of our brush sessions with a soft brush session. You feel me? It just makes sense. So make sure you guys start utilizing a soft brush if you don't. And if you do use a soft brush and you're still struggling with keeping your waves laid down, just use that soft brush a little longer. So if you only put in 5 minutes with the softy, put in 10. If you only put in 10, put in 15. If you only put in 15, might want to put in 20. You feel me? Just up the ante on your brush session. Something after a soft brush session that I do from time to time is the plastic bag method, which is when you basically take a plastic bag or something of like the plastic material, you're gonna put it on your hand and literally just brush through your hair with your hand as if you was regularly brushing, and that's going to help lay down the frizz even more. But yeah, so besides the plastic bag method that you can do after your end of your sessions, do the same thing that you would do with your plastic bag, but with your hands. Especially after you put product in your hand, in your hair, you're gonna have some leftover product on your hands, and you could just rub that into your hair, and that's really gonna be helping you guys with containing the frizz. Speaking of putting product into your hair, that is another way that you can keep your hair laid down, is by using a thicker product or a heavier product, or a product that has some hold to it, which would help combat your hair staying poofy or your hair not laying down properly. Then just make sure when you put that product into your hair, you brush it completely in with a soft brush. That's going to enhance the lay of the product and the brush, because they're going to go hand in hand. Alright guys, so another tip that you guys can do when it comes to, if you're really struggling, keeping your waves laid down, with the routine brush session, or like keeping them laid down throughout the day, just, keep that do-rag with you. And when you realize that your hair is getting a little poofy and you might not be able to, have a brush session at that point, throw your do-rag on real quick for about, 20-30 minutes. It'll lay your hair back down. It'll get everything nice and compressed again. Because a lot of times your hair it's not that it's not laying down, it's just decompressed. It's not laid down to the max. It's not fresh out the do-rag laid. You feel me? Like my hair right now isn't fresh out the do-rag laid, because I haven't had my do-rag on all day. I've been working, I've been running around. You feel me? So my hair is not going to be completely laid down as if I had a do-rag on. So so like if you're getting off of work, throw your do-rag on while you're on your way to your next destination. And if you don't want to wear your do-rag there, take it off. I guarantee you your hair will come across as a lot more laid down. you know, because it'll be more compressed. You feel me? Also, if you're really like super duper like struggling keeping your hair laid down, if you feel like nothing that you do, you put in all the product and that's not helping you, if you feel like that your brush sessions aren't helping you, it might be time to do like a regular washing style, which is when you put the shampoo into your hair, you rinse it out, then you put it back in, then you brush it down, then you rinse out with, while wearing a do-rag or some form of compression. You know, rinse the soap out while you keep your do-rag on, for instance. That can help you with keeping your hair laid down, or at least laying your hair down for the time being, especially if you can't get to the barbershop. You feel me? If you can't get to the barbershop to cut the, like, you know, your hair to get to better help you or ability to maintain it, you feel me? Just do a washing style, then that just at least give you like another day or two, you know, before it might be time for you to cut it, you know, to get to the barbershop. All right, guys, so that's gonna kind of conclude the tips aspect of this video. All right, guys, in this part of the video, I'll be kind of teaching you guys how I do my lay down method. Now my lay down method is not going to consist of using any product. This is my non-product version. So first thing as first, when it comes to laying down your hair, is that the best way to lay your hair down, especially when it comes to just the brushing, is to use a soft brush. So you're gonna take your soft brush and you're just gonna really go in with a session for about, I'll say, at least 10 minutes of brushing, but this all depends on how long your hair is. You know, if your hair is on the longer side, such as, you know, if you're woofing or anything like that, you're gonna want to brush longer. You know, you're probably like 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure you're getting that maximum lay down, because that's what this method is for. This method is for maximum, you know, lay down. You know, you just don't want to partially lay your hair down. You want to actually get it to lay down completely. And once again, this method is with no product. You feel me? Because anybody could put a bunch of product in their hair to lay it down, but that's not, you know, that's like worst case scenario if you can't lay it down with the brush. You know, you don't want to always cake your hair up with you know, with product or anything of that nature, because that could lead to product buildup and things of that nature. You know, and that could, you know, go against the healthiness of your hair. You know, so just, you know, make sure you're putting in that proper brushwork to keep that hair laid down, and that's the reason why I'm bringing this method to you guys. So you're just gonna sit down and really go to town, you know, with that soft brush. You know, from anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes, I think, will be long enough. You know, I think anything longer than that, I mean, unless like you're mega woofing and like you haven't cut your hair in like probably like 4, 5, 6 months, you know, that you might want to go longer with the soft brush just to make sure you're getting that maximum lay down. But if you're just you know, regularly woofing, or, you know, you just got like a fresh cut or anything like that, you don't really need to go in with the soft brush for longer than, you know, 15 minutes. Alright, guys, so after I finish up with my soft brush session, from time to time I'll either jump in a plastic bag session or do my hand over head method. My hand over head method I kind of spoke on last video, I feel like. It's basically, you know, similar to what you would do with the plastic bag, but you don't use a plastic bag, you use your hand. The hand over head method is basically something similar to the plastic bag, but you're not going to use a plastic bag, you're just going to use your hands and basically go around your entire head and just continue to, you know, lay down your hair rather. And you know, and also for some reason I feel like brings out like a nice shine to your hair, you know, as well, because, you know, your hair is always producing oils and your skin is always producing oils. So all the oils that your hair and your skin is producing, I feel like when you know, rub through your hair, it just, you know, brings it out, I guess. You know, and it just kind of, it's almost like you're, in a sense, applying product, because as you see, like, my hair is getting shinier as I do this. Now, this method I started doing when I was on vacation. But yeah, so with all that being said, when I was on vacation, you know, I didn't have a plastic bag to make sure my waves are laid down or anything like that. You know, so I just, you know, started using my hand, and I've seen the difference, and it's something I did a few times in the past, but I never really paid attention to. This time I actually paid attention to it. I just realized that it's a great thing to do. So after, you know, I finished that, I grabbed my do-rag and rag up immediately. You know, You can do this entire method after a medium breath session or after, you know, a firm breath session, or you could just do this by itself and it's going to give you great results. You know, you don't have to go in with the firm breath if you don't want to. It's beneficial because that's going to start the laying process a little bit more faster. But I really do know that if you just go to town with a soft breath session, you will get the results and the lay down that you would, you know, need as a waiver. But yeah, so I rag up immediately after just to make sure that I get my hair to be compressed, you know, as fast as I possibly can. Just make sure everything is properly laid and in order. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up the video. In the beginning of the video, I wanted to give you guys some tips before, you know, giving you guys the method of how to keep your hair laid, because there's other ways to keep your hair laid other than this method. So I just really wanted to give that to you, you know, give you guys like both ends of the spectrum, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Alright, so with all that being said, Professor Waviture is out, the Jack's out. You guys stay safe, you guys keep that Waviture going and keep that breath in motion if you want the ocean. Alright, peace.